Have you ever heard that multivitamins are the miracle pills of healthy aging, only to stumble upon alarming headlines claiming they might do more harm than good? It's unsettling, isn't it? Especially if you're over 65 and determined to preserve the health and vitality you've worked so hard to maintain. Tonight, we're exposing the untold truth about multivitamins after 65, why some doctors praise them, while others issue grave warnings. By the end, you'll discover if your daily supplement habit is truly supporting your longevity, or quietly sabotaging it. Trust me, the biggest reveal is waiting at the end, and it may challenge everything you believe about those little pills in your medicine cabinet. You might be thinking, but my doctor recommended a daily multivitamin, or, my neighbor swears by hers and she's 78 going on 40. That's exactly why you need to stay tuned. Because while many older adults rely on multivitamins for essential nutrients, recent research suggests certain formulations could actually deplete your energy, strain your organs, or even mask dangerous deficiencies. But it's not all doom and gloom, there's a bright side, too. Some multivitamin strategies have genuinely transformed lives, helping seniors reclaim their zest, stay active, and even reduce certain health risks. So let's cut through the rumors, the hype, and the half-truths. Let's get to the real science of whether multivitamins are helping or harming you. It's time to demystify the chaos. Buckle up and keep watching until the final moments, because that's where the most shocking piece of information lies, one hidden truth about multivitamins that even many pharmacists overlook, yet it can decide whether you thrive past 90 or face serious setbacks. Ready to dive in? Many older adults are shocked when they learn that the daily supplement they've trusted for years might be a double-edged sword. They've never questioned the convenience of simply popping a pill every morning because friends, family, even commercials, insist multivitamins are crucial. And yes, sometimes they do help fill nutritional gaps. However, the story isn't that straightforward. If you're over 65, your metabolism, digestion, and organ systems function differently from someone in their 20s or 30s. Some older bodies can't efficiently break down certain vitamin compounds anymore, while others might accumulate nutrients to unsafe levels. That's where the hidden dangers lurk. But why do so many seniors still feel uneasy about ditching their trusty multivitamin? Because giving it up feels like gambling with your health. Nobody wants to risk bone loss, immune decline, or other age-related woes. Yet, ironically, the wrong type of supplementation can speed up precisely those problems you're hoping to avoid. That's why, tonight, we're taking a long, hard look at the real benefits and dark possibilities of one of the most common health practices in the world. Because after all these decades, we deserve clarity, not confusion. Let's talk about why this is urgent. Data shows that nearly 70% of adults over 65 in the United States take at least one dietary supplement daily, often a multivitamin as a catch-all solution. Meanwhile, research from major medical journals has begun to paint a complex picture. Some seniors do see improved health metrics, while others experience no improvement, or even unexpected consequences like blood pressure spikes or vitamin imbalances. The body you have at 68 or 75 is not the same body you had at 35, so your nutritional needs aren't identical, either. Taking a broad-spectrum vitamin that was never tailor-made for older adults can inadvertently create deficiencies where none existed, all while you feel a false sense of security. Case in point, have you ever heard about older folks suddenly having too much calcium, leading to kidney stones, or even interfering with heart function? Multivitamins are rarely singled out as the culprit, but for some seniors, they tip the scales just enough to trigger these conditions. Or maybe you've heard people talk about expensive urine, that if your body can't absorb certain vitamins, they're just flushed out. That's wasteful, but more critically, it can be deceptive. You believe you're covered, but your system is missing out on key nutrients while accumulating others. That's precisely why the question of helping or harming is so vital. Perhaps you're wondering, then why do some doctors still recommend them? Should I be worried? The short answer, context matters. A reputable physician might see blood work showing you're low in vitamins B12 or D, both common among seniors, and suggest a targeted supplement. Or maybe you're dealing with reduced appetite or dietary restrictions. In those cases, the right multivitamin can indeed be beneficial. But if you're arbitrarily taking a product that isn't optimized for aging bodies, loaded with iron, for example, when your iron levels are already borderline high, you might be stacking the odds against your health. Let's explore 4 more reasons this conversation matters so much for those past 65, and reveal how you can protect yourself. First, let's address a widespread myth. All I need is a generic multivitamin from the store to stay healthy. It sounds reassuring, right? Just pick up that bottle labeled 50 plus, read the marketing claims about bone support or heart health, and you're good. Yet, we now know older adults might struggle to absorb certain nutrients, especially if they have reduced stomach acid or underlying conditions like GERD. That means you could be popping a pill with valuable nutrients, calcium, magnesium, or even folate, but your body might only be partially using them. Worse, some vitamins come in forms that older digestive tracts can't fully break down. So while you think you're shielding yourself from frailty, you could be missing out on the actual improvements you need. And let's not forget about hidden interactions. Do you take prescription medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes? That high-dose vitamin K in your multivitamin might interfere with blood thinners. Or the additional magnesium could affect how certain drugs are absorbed. This is the second critical point: medication interactions. Far too many seniors assume natural supplements pose no risks, but nature can be quite unforgiving when combined with pharmaceuticals that are meticulously calibrated to your physiology. If you've ever experienced random side effects, fatigue, dizziness, or unusual swelling, did you suspect your vitamin brand? Probably not. But maybe you should. Third, there's the megadose problem. Some older adults get convinced that if a moderate dose is good, a higher dose is better. The logic seems straightforward: a bigger protective shield, right? That's seldom how your body sees it. Too much vitamin A can lead to bone density issues, while too much vitamin E can raise the risk of bleeding, especially if you're on blood thinners. And guess what? Many people don't read the labels thoroughly. They end up with a multi that stacks 200% or 300% of the recommended daily intake for nutrients that might already be present in their normal diet. Over time, that surplus accumulates. Fourth is an equally pressing concern: the false sense of security that a multivitamin can create. You might skip balanced meals, cut back on fruits and vegetables, or ignore that you're losing muscle mass because you think the magic pill covers it all. But vitamins can't replace protein for muscle maintenance, nor can a capsule replicate the complex fiber found in real produce. Senior diets that rely heavily on multivitamins over whole foods often lack the synergy of micronutrients that naturally occur in balanced meals. The result can be a plateau, or worse, a decline, in overall health, even as you faithfully swallow the daily pill. Which brings us to the final, and possibly most shocking, element: the widespread adulteration and inconsistency in the supplement industry itself. Unlike prescription drugs, dietary supplements in many regions don't face the same rigorous FDA oversight. That means the pill labeled 100% daily value of X nutrient might underdeliver or overdeliver, or even contain contaminants. Seniors who are especially vulnerable, like those with weakened immune systems or kidney issues, could be flirting with unpredictable results. One batch might be fine, the next might be drastically different. Imagine trusting the daily pill to support your health, only to find out it includes heavy metals or is missing key nutrients. It's a hidden gamble many older adults aren't even aware they're taking. Now that we've revealed the major reasons to think twice about your daily vitamins, let's not forget we're here to find solutions too. Because, yes, some people do see real benefits from a carefully selected, and doctor-guided, multivitamin routine. Let's break down the ways you can safely harness these benefits and truly get the most out of your supplements. First and foremost, always start with a conversation, an honest one, with a healthcare professional you trust. Get the blood tests done. Identify where you're deficient. If you're significantly low in vitamin D, for instance, a targeted supplement might be far more effective than a general multi that's loaded with everything else. And if your diet is missing certain nutrients because you can't tolerate certain foods, then bridging that gap with a specialized formula might do wonders. The key is precision and personalization. No one-size-fits-all approach works once you pass 65. Another crucial tip: read the labels like your life depends on it, because it does. Look for reputable brands that use the more bioavailable forms of nutrients, for example, methylcobalamin for vitamin B12, or D3, cholecalciferol, instead of D2, ergocalciferol. If you're noticing big numbers, 200%, 300%, or more of the recommended daily value, take a step back. Ask yourself, do I really need that much, or is that going to conflict with my medications? Don't assume more is better, it can actually be much worse. On that note, let's not downplay the power of real foods. Seniors, especially, can benefit from nutrient-dense meals that are easier to digest, like blended vegetable soups, smoothies with leafy greens, or well-cooked whole grains. If your appetite is smaller than it used to be, focus on maximizing the nutrient quality of every bite. Remember, vitamins and minerals are often better absorbed when paired with the right macronutrients and phytonutrients that come naturally from whole foods. A pill can't replicate that synergy. Another suggestion is to track your response. Keep a simple journal or note how you feel in the weeks after starting a new supplement or adjusting your dose. Are you more energized? Sleeping better? Experiencing fewer muscle cramps? Or do you notice new issues, like upset stomach, headaches, or changes in blood pressure? Your body is sending signals, listen to them. Too often, we assume new symptoms are just part of getting older, but they could be your body reacting to that fresh nutrient mix. Now, I promise there's one crucial piece of information that often goes overlooked. And here it is: as we age, the body's ability to store certain nutrients changes, which means if you're not rotating your supplements or periodically re-evaluating them, you might be building up dangerous levels of certain vitamins over years without even knowing it. This is especially true for fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, which linger in your system. An annual checkup of your vitamin levels is vital. Yet many older adults never do it because they're convinced, it's just vitamins, how bad could it be? That false confidence sometimes leads to silent nutrient overload. Imagine the heartbreak of discovering that your healthy routine caused a major health complication. Unfortunately, that's the reality for some older individuals who end up hospitalized for kidney or liver issues that were quietly brewing for years. Don't let that be your story. By revisiting your supplement routine regularly, you can ensure that your daily habits evolve with your changing body. And all this leads us to the big take-home message: multivitamins can be both friend and foe. They can fill gaps in diets that truly lack certain nutrients, potentially reduce the risk of deficiencies that can sap your energy or harm your bones. But they can also mask real problems, create nutrient imbalances, and breed a false sense of security. If you're 65 or older, you are in a unique chapter of life where the nutritional rules shift dramatically. You need a tailored plan, not a generic approach. So, where do we go from here? It's simple, but powerful. First, do not abruptly abandon your supplements. Instead, schedule a conversation with your doctor or a registered dietitian who understands the needs of older adults. Ask for blood tests that check vitamin levels, including those that are easy to overdose on, like vitamins A and D. Compare those results with your daily intake, including diet and any supplements. Secondly, reconsider what you're putting in your cart. Maybe you only need a specialized B12 or vitamin D supplement, rather than an all-in-one product. Third, do an honest evaluation of your diet. Are you skipping out on fresh vegetables, lean proteins, or calcium-rich foods simply because your multivitamin label says, supports bone health? Don't be fooled. Real nutrients from foods are your body's best friend. And finally, I invite you to join the conversation. Do you think multivitamins have been beneficial for you, or have you started noticing potential downsides? Share your experiences in the comments. Let's help each other demystify this confusing world of supplements, especially for those of us whose bodies need that extra care and attention. The choice is yours: keep blindly following the marketing hype, or make an informed decision that could literally shape the next decade, or two, of your life. By now, you know the stakes are high. Multivitamins can be a double-edged sword, and you hold the power to wield them safely or fall on them. And if you found these insights helpful, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, or sharing this video with anyone over 65 who might be relying heavily on a multivitamin. Your support not only helps this channel grow, but it might just save a friend from an avoidable health crisis. Remember, knowledge is the first step to taking control. So take that step, talk to your doctor, read labels, listen to your body, and don't let uncertainty decide your fate. And if you're curious about more practical tips on how to optimize your health after 65, like which exercises prevent dangerous falls or how to spot hidden signs of nutrient deficiencies, stick around for the next video. Because your vitality is worth every ounce of effort, and you deserve a long, fulfilling life. Now go out there and make your best choices. It's never too late to rewrite your health story. And if your daily multivitamin is truly on your side, that's fantastic. If it's not, well, now you know how to fix that. Stay strong, stay informed, and here's to feeling your best at every age.